Well, we're back again. We do have some beautiful sunshine finally, and it's starting to warm up, but boy, last night it was chilly. We should ask Roy, but we can't put him on here because he might have a few bad words to say.
I put an extra blanket on.
Anyway, this is the wall, or the section we're coming into to change the floor joists and whatnot. Right now, Roy's got the hot water tank being drained through this hose here, and the toilet's on the right about here.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, right there. So the toilet's got to come out. The washer and dryer right on the other side of that wall. So we need to move all that at least 4 foot that way, so we can tear all this stuff out. Put new floor joists in, new subfloor, that kind of stuff. Roy had to cut a hole into this thing for ventilation, which was a little bit late.
Yeah, that vent down there wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
I didn't even put a screen on it.
But anyway, I saw over at this end that it was kind of really sticking out, and by the looks of it,
It ain't old.
it's not even on the
Foundation.
on the foundation on the foundation board, whatever they call that thing.
So plate.
There you go. Thank you, Roy. It's not even on the sill plate anymore. So technically speaking, this wall this way about 3 or 4 feet is just floating there or pulling the upper part down. So realistically, it's not going to be too much of a hassle, I guess. I'm worried about supporting it up because it isn't supported. So anyway,
It's got 2 interior walls at least holding it up, so
that might be.
maybe.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this thing taken out and get all that stuff inside moved so we can take this out. So let's get at her. Roy, you going to get at her?
I'm gonna finish my coffee.
Well, I'm going to go have some coffee too, and then we're going to get at her. So just to give you a close look at the rot there. Get out of here. Got a yellow jacket messing with me. It's getting cooler outside, so they're hunting. He wants me. While Roy's inside getting rid of the hot water tank, moving the toilet, and moving the washer and dryer, moving everything out of the way, I'm busy taking this window out because it's not needed. It's the wrong window for what we're doing. We're going to have a bigger window in there when we get done. And now to tear this wall apart, because the whole thing's going to be coming out of there. Don't know if we're going to reuse this T111 for just a board to level, but we're taking it off carefully anyway, and we're going to throw all these boards away. Most of them have the nails pulled out of them, but we ended up taking all those boards that we pull off, and they are all going to the fire. Now this other window here, we're not going to put it back in. We're taking it out. That's where the laundry room is right now, and we're going to actually change the sites. Where this window is will be the new bathroom, and the other window, that's where we're going to move the washer and dryer. So we're actually trading the spots for both rooms. You can see how rotted this floor joist is, and obviously it didn't have any weight on it. I'm busy cleaning up all the stuff around here, just to make it a little bit safer. Try not to step on any nails and whatnot. The sheetrock's already pulled, and so we're going to pull that insulation out of there. Save some of that stuff, some of it's not worth saving. I think now is the time to start tearing the rest of that wall out. Most all of these 2x4s that are in the exterior wall and some of the interior walls are not worth saving. They have termite damage to them and whatnot, so just get rid of it and start out fresh. Anytime you notice the dust flying, that's termite dust coming out of those 2x4s. And here's a vintage wall panel. Here we took a short break and then back at her again. Here we decided to rip out the floor because we're going to have to rip it out anyway to put our 8-foot long, 4-foot wide piece of plywood. So might as well get it taken care of now instead of struggling trying to get our floor joist in. And this way we can build the floor joist. Like I said before, it's doubled, so it's wider in order to hold the wall better and whatnot. Roy's foaming in the vent right now, so he can set it and it'll weld itself into place, and he's going to put some of that foam underneath that sill board, like I say, to keep the breeze from blowing through and keep those bugs out. Here we mark the floor in a little over 4 feet, so that way we can just rip that whole wall or whole floor right out of there and inspect to see what else we have to do, and then get that new floor joist in there. Here from the subfloor right on the joists going up, we had a hardwood floor, and we had tile over that with the linoleum, and then OSB, and then another layer of linoleum. So it's good getting all that stuff up, starting out fresh, have a nice, great, level floor. Of course, with our double joist sitting there, we do put blocks in between the two 10 inches for the simple reason is we want to spread that open, like I say, to hold our wall better and also hold the floor. Here we are reinstalling the jack, so that way we can build our wall a little bit easier, get that door opening put in, and we're going to stick the other jack in there too. Like I say, we need all the help we can get getting that roof put back up where it's supposed to be, so we're not straining trying to get our 2x4s in. We have to do a little bit of trimming here to get that 4-foot sheet to fit in there right. Like I said, we just kind of hit and miss when we cut out the subfloor. Now we have a nice solid floor. It's so nice to be able to walk on that compared to jumping from spot to spot, so you wouldn't go through down to the underneath the house. Okay, we're done for the day. We got the extra sheet of plywood in, so now we can finish our doorway. We don't have any plywood in this next room here. Not too concerned about that, because if we want to, there's a door there we can shut to keep the house warmer. If we can get this done, get this door in, Roy can keep the house warmer, but actually it's a joke on him because the floor is all not in yet. And we have pieces of plywood to cover it as needed. We don't know that we want to cover it right now. We do have some, which we might very well do that. We have foundation block to throw underneath there so we can level the living room. And this idea of getting stuff underneath there is the easiest, and that is actually the easiest way to do it. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for coming by. And until next time, join us and let's see what we'll get into next.